Hello everyone, welcome to Mom #blessed. Today I didn't plan to make any recipe video or any video as such, but there was a surprise guest visit, so prepared lunch for them. So thought to wait video also. For the menu of lunch I was preparing chicken korma, ghee rice and rotis. This is a special kind of roti. For this I am taking 1.5 kilo of maida. In this I am putting one packet of dahi, that is curd. It was 250 grams curd. Then that's it, salt. Now whatever ingredients I'm putting here, it's according to 1.5 kilo of maida. Now that's 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon say baking soda. In that I'll be putting 2 tablespoons of oil. If you can put ghee or butter also. Now we will mix it with clean hands. You can also use gloves over here, but if not, then make sure your hands are neat and tidy. Without water, you just have to mix all the ingredients. Now after mixing it, we will put all other ingredients. That's 2 eggs. And now that's kasuri methi. Kasuri methi is optional. If you'll put it, it will flavor best. Now mix it well. Now here we will not use water, we will use milk. This is cow's milk at room temperature. Now don't put the milk when it is cold. Make sure the milk is at room temperature. Now I have taken here 750 ml of milk and I'm putting it gradually, not all together. We will see the quantity needed of milk for kneading this dough. Now mix it well and knead the dough like this. The milk is still remaining, but we'll not use it as it's enough. We have used it to make the dough like this. Now you just have to knead it like this. Actually, the dough, like the roti dough we make usually at home, it will not as soft as that dough of roti. It will be a little harder than that. Now after kneading for 5 to 10 minutes, I have applied oil and you just have to spread right round on it so that the layer doesn't get hard when it's resting. Now we will keep it as such for say 1 or 2 hours. Now that's chicken. That's 3 kilo chicken. I'll wash it well and now I'm grinding the paste for the gravy. That's coconut. I have taken 1.5 coconut. That's fresh coconuts. You can also try designated coconut. Now I've cutted it well. Now we'll add cashews in it. Now if you don't have cashews, even you can use almonds or peanuts. It's according to your wish. And this is fried onions. This is 2 onions I have fried in oil, and then I have drained the oil, excess oil, and now I'm putting it in a jar. Make sure you will cool down the onions once it's fried and then grind it. Now I've made the paste of it like this. We'll keep this paste aside and then we will grind tomatoes. These are 5 big tomatoes. I have cut it in large pieces, and that's green chili paste. Down to the jar there's coriander leaves. You cannot see it, but I have grinded it well also. Now make the paste of both the two and keep aside. This is 250 grams curd. In this I am mixing 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri Lal Mirch. If you don't have Kashmiri Lal Mirch, then you add the normal red chili powder if you have. That's Zira powder, cumin powder, 1 teaspoon. Now, all the ingredients which I am grinding and mixing will make the gravy thick and at the same time flavorful. Mix it well. Now time to make the gravy. As I have taken 3 kilos of the chicken, I am using a big vessel over here. Here I have taken oil 2 tablespoons. In that I am putting ghee 2 to 3 teaspoons. Ghee is optional. It will give a good flavor to the gravy. If you don't want, you can just use oil. Here I am taking some spices like bay leaves, star anise, black cardamom, green cardamom and cloves. Now fry them on a low flame till 2 to 3 minutes. After frying them well, actually we are doing this because we want to get all those flavors of the spices in the oil. After frying them, we will add onions. Here I have taken 2 big onions. Now you must be thinking, according to the chicken and the gravy, the onion quantity is less, but we have also grinded the onions in the paste, so I am taking here very less onions. Say 2 big onions, well sliced. Now we will fry them till it becomes golden brown. Keep on stirring, otherwise the onions will get burn from one side. After getting them golden brown, we will add ginger garlic paste. Here I am using 3 tablespoons of ginger garlic paste. Mix it well in the oil. Now as the quantity of the ginger garlic paste is more, make sure you keep on stirring it and keep it on low flame for 3 to 4 minutes so that the raw smell of ginger garlic will disappear. Now we'll add other spices. That's turmeric powder half teaspoon, red chili powder 3 teaspoons, garam masala 1 teaspoon, garam masala powder, four teaspoons of coriander powder, 2 teaspoons of black pepper powder. Now mix it well. Make sure the flame is very low. After stirring it for some time, we'll add chicken so that the chicken will get roasted with the masalas. Now we'll add salt. You add salt according to your taste. I'm here using crystal salt. You can use table salt or pink salt according to your wish. Now mix it well. We'll not add water over here. We'll let the chicken cook in its own juice. After mixing it well with the spices, we'll close the lid and let it cook on low to medium flame for 5 to 10 minutes. After 5 to 10 minutes, we'll check it. You can see the chicken has cooked in its own juices. Now we'll add potatoes. These are half boiled potatoes. You just make sure that the potatoes are half boiled, because if you'll cook the potatoes totally and then add it over here, it will break and it will not look good in the gravy. Now here I am adding some water. Now as we are making korma we need the gravy, so I'm adding here water, and we'll let the chicken get tender in this water. We'll again close the lid, keep it on low to medium flame again for 5 to 10 minutes. Now let's check. The chicken is almost cooked and the potatoes are also cooked with it. Now we will add all the grinded ingredients. That is the coconut, cashews and fried onion paste. It will make the korma a slight thicker and it will taste better. Now we'll add this curd with Kashmiri lal mirch powder and Zeera powder, that is cumin powder. We'll mix it well. Now we will not waste the leftover ingredient in the bowl. We'll add water and then add it to our korma. Again a little mix. Now again we will close the lid on low to medium flame and let it cook. Now it's cooking well. After adding the grinded paste, we need to cook it well, because we need to check the raw smell that comes from the grinded ingredients, that is coconut and tomatoes raw smell. It needs to disappear, otherwise the korma will not taste better. After adding the tomato, coriander and green chili paste, we'll again mix it well. Now let's prepare for the ghee rice. That's ghee in the utensil I'm using here. That's all the dry spices, that is bay leaves, cinnamon sticks, 2 star anise, 3 green cardamom, 2 black cardamom and some cloves. Now we'll add onions to it. I've added here 2 big onions sliced well and some green chilies that are slit from between. Now mix it well and let the onions become translucent. We'll not let them get golden brown because we need to add the vegetables over here. I'm here adding some carrots and peas. Now carrots will easily get boiled and get cooked easily. And about the peas, if you are using fresh peas, that's fresh matter, then I'll suggest to let it boil for some time in water, then you add it here. I'm here using frozen peas and it's already blanched, so there's no need to boil it. We'll add a little salt so that they can cook easily. Mix it well in the ghee. Make sure the flame is very low, otherwise the vegetables will get stick to the bottom and get burnt. Keeping the flame on very low, we'll just close the lid and let it cook for some time. Here the korma is also getting cooked. We'll just waiting for the raw smell to disappear here. Now let's see to the ghee rice. The vegetables are almost cooked. Give it a small mix. I was stirring it in between the process. You also don't just close the lid and let it cook by on itself. Keep on stirring in between. Here I'm adding ginger garlic paste. That's 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste. And half teaspoon of garam masala. Here I'm using a very little amount of garam masala powder because we have actually added whole garam masalas, that is bay leaves and star anise and all those dry spices. Mix it well. Now we'll be adding water to it. Now you will add water to according to the rice you are adding. Now the best ratio of water to the rice is 2:3, that is 2 parts of rice and 3 parts of water. According to this ratio, the rice will get cooked very well. Now we'll add salt accordingly. Now after mixing everything well, we will close the lid and wait for the water to get boiled. Now the water is also boiling. Now let's add the rice. I've already washed and soaked the rice in water before some time cooking the ghee rice. Now strain the water and add the rice to it. After adding rice and mixing it well, I'm here using mint and coriander leaves that are well chopped. If you don't have coriander leaves, you'll add mint leaves. Mix it well to the water and keep the flame on medium. Don't keep it on high. Now here let's see to the korma. It has cooked very well. You can see the oil has been separated to the sides of the vessel. And the chicken is also cooked very well. Now here, if you wish, you can add kasuri methi to the korma before switching off the flame. I'm using coriander leaves that's chopped. But I've already used the kasuri methi in the rotis, so I don't want this flavor again in the korma. Now all the water has been evaporated. A little water has been remaining in the bottom of the vessel. That's okay. That is, we need to steam the rice and we need it for putting the rice on dum. Now after you can see the texture of the rice, you need to keep on dum at this point of time. Now if your vessel is quite thick at the bottom, there is no need to add tawa while keeping it on dum. Now my vessel is not so thick, so I'm adding a tawa to the bottom of the vessel and then keeping it on dum. After 15 to 20 minutes, I'm checking it. The flame should be very low while you're keeping it on dum. The rice has been cooked very well. You can see the strands are very much separated from each other. Time to cook the rotis. The dough which we had made earlier, it has become quite soft, but it is not so soft like the rotis, that is the chapatis dough. We will knead it for 2 to 3 minutes again and make balls out of it for making the flat breads or say chapatis or rotis. Here the balls which we are making would be a little bit bigger than the normal roti balls we make at home and not so thick like parathas, because anyhow we have to roll it very thin. Here you can see we are rolling it very thin, because as soon as you keep it on tawa it will become thick because of the baking powder and baking soda we have added to it. Roll it as thin as you can. Cook it on medium to high flame, not very high flame. If you want, you can add oil while cooking it. We are adding a little oil. If you don't want to add the oil, anyhow it will taste better. Even after rolling so thin, the rotis will become, that is the flat breads will become very thick on the tawa while cooking it, and because of the ingredients it will taste very great. So if you like today's video, do give a thumbs up and subscribe my channel. Do share it with your family and friends to support my channel. Okay then, goodbye.